Like, everyone's on fire right now. I think everyone who's left in this tournament has a chance at winning.
Yeah, and even still, like, Locus, if he makes it past Geist, he has to play against the person that sent him out before Grands. So who knows what's going to happen.
Yep, that's a tough matchup. We saw him struggling with the Sonic before, so we'll see if he, well, of course, he's got to get past this Bayonetta first. He does have a chance to get a rematch with the Sonic, put him in losers. Locus, of course, I think good #2 overall seed. Okay, that team combo. The team combo to break Julia's shield has me dying. Oh my gosh.
Locus has to do that every time.
Every single time. All right, well, that's the set we saw previously on the top. We are going into UBC Locus coming up here against
Geist,
the Bayonetta, who has been on fire. Locus, who has been playing Cloud and Ryu so far today. We'll see if he's got any tricks for beating Bayonetta in his back pocket with this character, because like we said, in Indiana, the Bayonetta versus Ryu matchup is pretty well documented, and the Ryu players have struggled.
True.
Right now, Locus off to a hot start, though. Quick 82% for his trouble here. Only a minute into this game.
Yeah, Bayonetta has so many multi-hit moves, so I don't know how useful Focus Attack will be in this matchup.
But Ryu, a heavy customer here. Well, apparently it's pretty useful here, Technique.
He just shoved me up. He was like, what? Useful? You know what useful is? All right, but
Geist was able to witch twist on reaction to the second one, so just not letting him get away with it. But it's always nice to just threaten that, even when the multi-hit moves are in play. Okay, looking again for that footstool.
Yeah.
I like it. I really like how flashy Geist is.
Geist throws out a lot of moves, which is cool because, like, especially on Wi-Fi bail, like, it's hard to even punish that type of stuff. So maybe that's how you want to play it.
In the back air, one of the many moves that he's thrown out, of course, going to do quite a bit of damage. I'm setting up for a nice combo out of this switch time. Excellent play coming so far. Big damage, but that's dead.
Wow.
It's not dead.
Kill. Yeah. He's at 70 before the Shoryuken.
I could have I would have bet $9 that he was dead.
You would have been out on $9.
I would have bet $5.99 that he was dead. But okay. I don't think that's a stock.
No, wow.
Ryu is heavy.
0.9. Like, all these up smash is not killing.
I like threatening the back air there from Locus, knowing that Shoryuken would not come out in time. But right now, sneaking past him, guys, letting that edge guard go.
Oh, wow, not going for the follow-up, but getting the nair instead. Not going to kill, though.
Locus is still hanging around. Same kind of factor with Korin. You let him hang around. Okay.
Wow.
Geist won't let him hang around.
Geist looking super clean. This is like him going toe-to-toe with a...
Dancing all over the place.
Yeah, that's a top 50 player. With his main.
Wi-Fi or not, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Impressive. Very good play from Geist. Again, this is an Ohio Bayonetta. Yeah. Looking pretty flashy at the moment. Taking a game off of Locus's main. We might see the Cloud. I know that Cloud mains are starting like that's another matchup like in the top player meta where like the pendulum swings back and forth. Like for a while we'll think Bayonetta's win it, and then for a while the Clouds will be very confident. They'll say Cloud wins it. Cloud has so like both. And that's just a sign of like a matchup that's probably going to end up being even.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because like Cloud has just so much movement, and can really like dance around, like kind of like how ZSS should play versus Bayonetta. Cloud can just dance around Bayonetta very quickly and force her to make a mistake.
That's true.
And punish accordingly. So there's a lot the Cloud can do, and I liked Locus's Cloud.
Yeah, it was pretty good. You can definitely see the Ryu influence.
Curious to see if that's what we'll end up seeing here. I think Geist is still admiring that results screen.
Yeah.
You see it.
Maybe he's like calling his homies.
Guys, I took game 1. Check out the stream.
Alright, so these two players are
in very serious thought.
Yeah, clearly. Thinking about the counter pick, thinking about the character picks.
A whole lot rides on this game. Remember, winner takes all.
That's true.
There's a flight, and then that's it. There ain't no Smash GG hoodies.
Yeah.
There ain't no Smash GG water bottles or beanies or none of that. We love Smash GG, don't get me wrong, but we ain't got none of that. We ain't got no time for that. We're just getting to the nitty gritty.
Not even the Smash GG hand sanitizers. You see that?
No, is that a thing?
Yeah, that's actually pretty awesome.
That's a thing. Okay.
They need to pass those out at tournaments.
They need just Smash GG deodorant.
Yeah, I was gonna say that next. Like, get the Smash GG hand sanitizer, Smash GG deodorant.
Smash GG Febreze, just. Your venue smells amazing.
Every like huge tournament, they just have a table with all that stuff. They hand it out
the
for
Smash
free.
GG toiletries section. It is gonna be Smashville sticking around here for game 2. Sounds like I haven't heard any reports about character counter pick from my good friend Warren on production. So let's get down to business.
All right. So
I've only said that like 9 times today. I need to break that habit. Every time I commentate a top 8 or something, I just get one habit stuck in my head, and then people yell at me about it. So, sorry. All right, game 2. Sticking with Ryu. Sticking with Bayonetta. Let's go. Man, that was such a good transition into the game, and then we gotta wait for this Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, we got Locus here to pop the pinata and ring off the new year on a happy note. But Geist is up a game. He's the one who's smiling at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Looking pretty confident. Look at the perfect pivot punish right there.
Catching all these landings, and it looks like
Locus is at 80%.
Yeah, we blinked, and Locus was at 80%. That was big.
Bayonetta just gets so much percent off of combos.
And you might be right that these focus attack landings are just not getting the job done here for Locus.
Yeah.
Like, he was able to get the one stock off of them that made you look like dumb and made us look dumb. But he's tried to do it so many times since then, and none of them have worked out for his advantage.
Yeah. Oh, it's right there. Getting a clean confirm. I guess it really just comes down to how lucky. I mean, not lucky. How ready Geist is.
Yeah, because right now is when Geist cannot make a mistake. If Geist makes a mistake here, he's gonna eat a big old uppercut for it, and his stock is gonna explode off the top of the screen. So,
oh wow!
But again, looking for that footstool dare.
I feel like when you get the footstool dare, it doesn't get the janky hitbox. Never mind. Yeah, that's clearly I was wrong. I mean, the other times he did it, like he never got the kill off of it. That's why.
You can DI the footstool. Broken. Oh, okay. All right. Locus went home. He went home and he practiced his. All right. Okay. What kind of confirm you got here? Oh, getting the grab there. I like that out of Locus. It seemed to be optimal.
Oh wow, getting up there.
This is kind of might be turning into like a little bit of a scrappy game. I got forward tilt.
Yeah, these two players are going head to head right now. They're boxing.
The guy's really showing a propensity to use that dare. I'm wondering if there's a way Locus can kind of counter. Maybe just shield on like whenever Geist is above him. Oh!
Uh-oh. That time, I think it's going to take it.
That time, no survival DI. Going to be saving Geist there. He's just going to eat the focus attack crumple stun, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, so game 2, going to Locus. That was a much quicker game, too.
Yeah, Geist, he might have just been trying to be a little too tricky.
Mm.
That might be what it was. Like, we saw him land the footstool dare, which is super cool. Don't get me wrong. That's a pretty sweet setup. But then, like, he kind of fished for it again, and he kind of paid for it. And so, in the end, that's just going to be Locus clutching it. He's pretty good at clutching out games. Ryu is one of those characters who you can kind of rely on him to clutch out games like that.
Yeah.
Like, we have a character like Sonic, who's still around, of course. He doesn't have, like, the reliable access to kill moves that Ryu does.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, not all surprised to see a player like Locus, who's top 50 in the world, do this well.
Yeah, definitely. Locus, probably, I don't know what seed he was. I don't know how they did seeding for this.
I think he was number 2 overall.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. I'd have to review the bracket. I think there was, like, some kind of big upset for the number 1 overall.
Oh, really?
Or
Okay.
he didn't make it all the way across, because it ended up being Naoto.
Yeah, he was on
taking
that
over
side.
that. And I think a lot of people who were like at frame perfect registered, and they're like, oh crap, I'm at frame perfect. So they ended up having to drop. So Locus was not at frame perfect, able to compete.
Okay.
I want to say that's the correct story. However, I am mortal and have been wrong before. So, man. You need to become immortal with this Jigglypuff, dude. I'm kind of upset that you SD'd like that. That's he needs to hit the lab.
Jigglypuff has a lot of jumps.
Is there a character better than Jigglypuff?
Wow.
You don't know? Okay. Certainly, this is the closest Jigglypuff is gonna get to a top 8 anytime soon.
I couldn't even process that question.
We're getting to real Falco hours here at in Chicago, Illinois, and me and Warren have some work to do after this too. We have to work on our PR panel.
Oh, that's true.
So that's just gonna be a joy, but we'll get it done. We always get it done. We got a couple matches left to go. These two players look like they're choosing their fighters.
Yeah, thinking about it. This is an important game, as we said before. Game 3, super important, best of 5.
That's a little bit of game theory, of course. Just understanding like every small little advantage you can eke out of any particular competitive scenario. It sounds like we are going to Battlefield for game 3. Doesn't look like there's going to be any kind of character switch.
Yeah.
I like Battlefield a lot for the way Geist is playing Bayonetta.
Yeah, I can see that.
You get a lot of like platforms to just be really cheeky with your combos. You see him go for a lot of like pink fresh combos, like the double up airs, double up air to neutral air, stuff like that. Going for like unconventional strings that don't necessarily involve witch twist.
Punishing air dodges with platforms and all that.
And of course, Locus, the up tilt Shoryuken kind of confirmed. That's going to take a little bit longer to kill on Battlefield due to the extended blast zones.
That is true. And now this edge guard.
Locus, ever the professional, saving his jump.
Not gonna get him to stock, but man, guys, he gets percent so fast, man. Already at 71%. But Locus coming back.
That was one touch for 36, so don't sleep on Ryu, man.
I thought both of these characters were dumb. How about that?
No comment, ladies and gentlemen. Let's. Oh, okay. That he had the right idea on that tech chase read, but the roll just lasted long enough to save Locus's skin here.
Wow, that was clean. I like the fading back neutral air and the jump side view.
And Geist is making it happen. And okay, not gonna mess around with no footstool dare, no nothing like that. Just gonna hit them with the forward tilt, up smash, still stock.
So now Geist getting that first stock. Definitely looking good for him.
All right, Locus might have missed the confirm there, looking for like a random reverse Hodoken instead of what could have been, I think, maybe a Tatsumaki.
Yeah.
Usually when they do the Hodoken the wrong way, they mean a Tatsumaki. Instead of going for like a Shoryuken or something. Because I don't think Shoryuken would have killed from that particular position he was in.
Yeah.
All right, fishing for those elbows. But this extra 10 is adding up and fast here for Geist.
Yeah, this is not looking pretty for Locus. My man just did like 3 Shoryukens in a row.
He's trying to do the Dark Shadow special where he did like you saw the last one he did was really short. Tried to bait Geist to run in. Geist was wise enough. Didn't mess around with it.
Man, and Geist is getting so much mileage off these witch twists.
He's gonna get the that witch time was very short.
Yeah, so maybe he knew that he wasn't gonna get much off of it. Just use it to get back on stage and get stage control. So I guess it was important.
You might be right there, Technique. Again, Locus looking for that bait with the Shoryuken. Not at all fooled.
He got him with that twice, man. Like he'll do the nair, fade back, and then jumps side B.
That is it's pretty easy to juggle Ryu as it turns out. Oh, good trade here. Not enough to kill. That means it's a good trade. Turns out for Geist.
I've never heard that cheer before.
Ryu.
No, it's Bayo. It's a Bayo.
Oh, that was Bayo. Oh,
I've never.
I can't think of either one. Maybe you just blocked it out in your mind. But okay, that was a nice confirm going in with the side B, connecting with the neutral there, killing off the side. That's Geist up 2-1.
Yeah, Geist looking super solid. I've never seen Geist play before.
Again, he is everywhere at once right now.
Yeah, just putting on the pressure. So now at this point, do you think Locus is going to stay Ryu? Or he might try out the Cloud?
I don't know. Maybe...
That game was the most dominant, I think. Well,
it was a 2-stock. You're right.
Yeah, I think that might have been the most dominant game of the set so far.
That was certainly the most dominant game, if you ask me. That Geist's movement, the way he moves and then the way he extends is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Especially against Ryu. Like, he's juggling Ryu so well. Like, keeping him on the back foot every single time.
Yeah, it's looking like how he played against Percy's Bowser at game 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just putting on the pressure, not letting him do anything.
Yeah, it was very nice to see. But this might be the time where Locus kind of tries to clear his head.
Yeah.
Maybe think about a little bit. Because this counter pick matters for the rest of the set. Because it's probably going to end up being who he picks for game 5, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, what could happen here? Won't be running it back to Battlefield. It might be a town pick. It might be back to Smashville. That's where Locus went to win his game 2. We can end up in a lot of places. Just Geist, I don't think he's had the chance to play the Sonic yet. Sonics.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting match. Locus has had that chance. He got 2-0'd just before making top 8. Sonic kind of coming out of nowhere. Cinderella story. Same with Lopez.
Yeah.
Cinderella story. Not really terribly nationally renowned players, making it really far in this bracket, trying to qualify for Midwest Mayhem 8.
Yeah, definitely. So this next game, we're gonna get started soon. Both of these players thinking about the stage and character counter picks.
It's a very impressive juggle shown by Blind's Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
Juggling everywhere with that pound. Top 10 Jigglypuff in Chicago, probably.
That's actually probably true.
Top 1. All right. See me. We have to Jigglypuff money match now, apparently. Thug finds. Oh no! Oh no! Don't put me on stream. My record. Dude. Okay. So you seen my record on SSB World? My win rate on stream is like 13%.
Oh my god.
It's actually abysmal. Oh man. Don't look me up on SSB World. Just a commentator certainly applies for me. I've been especially free lately. Tech's always free.
I just want to spam Tommy emotes. Have you seen the emotes for the Twitch Presents stream? It's pretty cool. There's like a lot of subs.
Oh, for the Power Ranger stream?
Yeah.
Oh, those are really sweet emotes. I like those. I like those a lot. This man just like constantly watches the Power Ranger stream. Like I'm sure you're gonna turn it on when you get home. Is it over yet?
Oh yeah, it ended a few days ago.
Okay.
It was pretty sad.
You watched the movie yet?
Oh yeah, I saw it on Saturday or Friday. It was the day after it came out. I saw it.
You like it?
No, the day it came out, I saw it. It was pretty good. You know what? I will say that I thought that movie was gonna be garbage based on the previews. I really did. I thought it was gonna be really bad, but it was actually pretty good. It wasn't amazing, but like I like the approach that they went with it. I don't want to like spoil anything, but like
right.
If you see I saw any trailers, like you probably know that like they were going for like a kind of like a Breakfast Club Chronicle type of approach, which is like I feel like that's the approach they wanted to go.
Makes sense.
It was cool. I liked it.
Okay. Looks like Final Destination's the pick, and you know, Locus of course is a top 50 PGR player, but I can see how this stage could backfire. Also,
I just want to say that Wumbo sucks.
Wow, that's not esports. It's like almost not esports. Like this close to not being esports. But Final Destination could kind of backfire for him.
Yeah, it didn't really work out for him.
We'll see if Locus can clutch it out and force a game 5. But you know, these Bayo juggles that Geist has been putting on, they can be pretty scary. Like of course there's been a lot of platform pressure and we've seen like some tech chase situations here, but it can be scary without anywhere to run.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how it works out.
Whoa.
Oh, missing the second hit.
Oh man.
But
Yeah, my man Locus. I don't know if it's looking good for him after that.
a rare tech error from Locus, and that's gonna cost him here. All right. Anyway, getting back into the match. Quick, 40% already. I feel like I blink, and then Geist puts on a crazy combo.
I'm saying, like, I was gonna say it, but I'm like, man, Geist just gets so much percent.
Okay, okay. All right, this might lead to something here.
No.
Oh!
It's like he fell out of it at the last second, out of the witch time, so it made him go a little bit farther. He charged that down smash at the perfect amount.
He kept it going. He didn't need to throw it out before the witch time was done because the hit stun would last beyond the witch time. And so he just held it, and then down he went.
And in general, like, he wasn't... Okay, that was amazing. But in general, he wasn't... Locus wasn't at the blast zone yet. He was still by the stage. So if he did it earlier, it wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah, that was brilliant. However, Locus is going to tie that right back up until he eats another witch time, and that's big damage again.
Oh my god. Tries to get the reset too. But Locus getting about half that percent already.
And, and there it is. We're tied. And Locus apparently knows his counter picks better than I do. Like, he's looking good again.
And this is a pretty crazy match so far. Both of these players pulling out all the guns.
Locus could have overextended there for the dare. Wisely chooses not to. Ooh.
Wow, great perfect shield.
You know, that dare has, like, less end lag than you'd think it would.
Oh, man. Locus. So clean.
And finishes off the bat within punish.
Yeah.
Like, the first elbow catches the bat within. The second elbow comes up fast enough to punish the end, like, out of the bat within. And then cleans it up. Yeah,
Locus. That was super clean. Because, you know, Geist, he plays pretty aggro, but... Man, like, when you really throwing bows with Ryu, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't mess with that. The witch time was the right idea, of course. You know, witch time always has the ability to just end a set immediately.
Both players are playing great. It's just Locus. That's Ryu.
Yeah, he just knew how to clutch out that game, force a game 5. You know, that's the heart of a champion, the spirit of a competitor, the world warrior himself, showing up to play, and we got a game 5.
Yeah. That's what we all wanted to see. Sure, it's not what both players wanted, but
personally, I would like if I had to pick a finals, I would pick Locus versus Lapis because I know Lapis would go Little Mac.
That'd actually be pretty hype. Yeah.
At least for a game, and Little Mac Ryu would be super fun. If it ended up being Bayonetta, I think it would be Corrin for Lapis. If it ended up being Sonic, of course, it would be Corrin again. And of course, Corrin's great. I just want to see Little Mac Ryu though. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
That sounds a little sarcastic.
No, it'd be really... Is it that late that I can't be genuine anymore? Is that...
Yeah, like... I'm not sure.
Nice hat, Blind.
I'll have to go read on that.
I like your Nurse Joy hat. That was sarcastic.
Thanks.
But I digress.
You really didn't do your taunts either? Come on. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, his me is absolutely guessed me 1. His me is tournament legal.
Yeah.
1-1-1-1. I wish this stage were like a real Omega you can go to.
Yeah.
With just the cool music.
I mean, it's pretty close to Miiverse.
It is pretty close to Miiverse, but Miiverse has the critical difference in which I can't play it without laughing my butt off for about 5 seconds every time something silly comes
up. The ledges on this are horrible though. Like right under there, it's so bad.
Oh yeah. Fair. Very fair. Thank you.
Like I remember, like yeah, this is the training room. I'll do stuff for DD's recovery. I'll just die on accident.
Your first mistake was you were training DD.
You're not training though. I'm saying like in between matches, I'm just messing around.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I love Miiverse though. I've always wanted that stage to be legal.
Miiverse. You know, it kind of isn't legal anymore. Like it's kind of just not mentioned at all in the newest stages. It used to be an acceptable substitute for Battlefield, even when Dreamland was its own stage. But nowadays, kind of just left in the dust. Which is better for me because, like I said, every time I play that stage, I just start laughing. I have to pause every 10 seconds, just go, "That is the funniest thing I've ever seen."
That's why I'm kind of sad that Miiverse isn't in the Switch, because Miiverse is actually hilarious.
Oh, Miiverse in general?
Yeah, just like the actual thing.
It was a cool community. It was a very interesting, like, concept.
It has some weird stuff, but, like, once you get past that...
And Miiverse does exist on 3DS, so, you know, I guess I wouldn't rule out them bringing it back. Yeah. Because they patched it on the 3DS after it launched without it.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So, definitely possible. Looks like Dreamland's the pick. Did we play on Battlefield yet? We played on Battlefield.
Yeah.
So, I think Locus can DSR this if he wants. Due to the, we talked about that that very important little footnote. That you can DSR Dreamland if you lose on Battlefield. So,
that is true.
Although, if you don't realize it, you just kind of have to hold that out. So, we'll see what ends up happening here. I don't know what stage is left, other than... Oh, Lilat's left.
Okay.
And, I mean, you know, Locus might just prefer to not play on Lilat. Who knows? I don't see Bayonettas go to Lilat that much, actually. I usually see them go to the longer stages.
So it looks like Geist is ready. Locus might be thinking about character.
I think he might be thinking about DSRing it.
Yeah, DSR.
Yeah, so he's thinking about DSRing it. That's what happened in Zero versus Lutai. I will bring up that story one more time because I think we might have some new people here who weren't here when I brought up last time. In case you are new in the chat, hi guys, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying the stream. Zero versus Lutai. Lutai won a game on Battlefield, then went to Dreamland. Zero, I don't think, was either aware or he just didn't consider DSRing Dreamland because he lost on, or because Lutai won on Battlefield. Since they exist in the same stage, like they're for all intents and purposes the same stage in the new list, you can DSR both. And that's an important thing to know because, like, even though you might be okay with going to Triplat, you don't want to give them Triplat again.
Yeah, it's true.
If they played well on Triplat and you don't feel confident in adjusting.
I agree.
So, might have to have, you know, that might lead to a regame actually. Unfortunately, because
Geist is already locked in.
Geist is already locked in. Or we can just 50-50 it.
Sure,
by having our character pick random. Locus can pick Lilat. Geist can pick Dreamland. And if we get Dreamland, we can regame. If we get Lilat, we can just go.
Well, you might be cool with it either way, though. I don't know what the final decision was.
This is Final Destination, so
Final Destination is the final decision, or not? Or not.
Nope.
Okay.
Sounds like that is not where we're ending up. We are still just trying to make sure we are making this tournament as legitimate as possible, of course, because we got Bear rocking the TO desk remotely, as he always does. Shoutouts to Bear. He is the homie. He is one of the best that ever held the bracket in his hands, and we're happy to have him working with us on these PG keys. Wouldn't be possible without him. So, did Town happen yet? I don't know what stages are left.
I think so.
I know Lilat didn't happen. I think they did 2 on Smashville, 2 on Smashville, 1 on Battlefield, 1 on FD, right?
Sounds right.
Yeah. So Town's available for Geist, which is certainly fine. Lilat's available for Geist, which might be... we've seen Geist go for, like, crazy combos, but his edge guarding has not been as on point as his combos. But Lilat might kind of lend him a little bit of a hand in that regard.
Yeah.
If I were him, I would consider Lilat. But, you know, again, I'm not the one playing right now.
Yeah. Remember his edge guards were pretty good against the ZSS, the Nairs on the tether, but other than that, yeah, he hasn't been going for too much edge guards.
And so, it looks like, again, Geist has picked the stages. I think we have a decision here of some way, shape, or form, but we are just hanging out. Remember, you can follow me and Tech at these links below. Here's Tech. I'm over here. All right, we're resetting again, but this gives you guys plenty of time to follow me on Twitter. Guys, open up Twitter, make a Twitter account, and then follow us. And let us know how amazing we're doing, because we're having a good time here. We're having a ball. Sounds like the pick is indeed FD, but we do have to reset regardless. Hopefully, after this reset, we should just bing, bang, zoom to the moon, get this game 5 going.
Yeah. Ideal world.
Winner of this plays Sonics. It would be a rematch for Locus. It would be a new matchup here for Geist. Oh no, we don't have to reset. It's FD. Right? We don't have to reset. We're good. We're great. We're wonderful. Let's do it. Pop that balloon. And into the match we go. Locus has got another shot here to move on to losers finals.
Yeah.
He kind of hung on by a thread there in that game 4, but this game 5, he is ready to do it. And they're kind of trading blows here. Warren, can you give us a swap? We got to get it over to our other screen. There we go. Let's do it. And, you know, Locus looking good with that big bait coming out, waiting for the witch time so expertly.
And that was right on time, that transition, because Locus got straight to business.
He's like, oh, I can start the game now. Here, let me kill him.
Yeah. And that's a huge lead.
Oh, it's gigantic.
Uh-oh. That could have ended badly.
Obligatory, this is Bayonetta. She can take a stock at 90%, blah, blah, blah. But this is Locus right now. He's playing like a man possessed.
Yeah, the past 2 games, in general, he's playing a lot better.
Another huge crumple stun. Is that just going to be it?
No. Okay.
Oh.
Locus playing out of his mind right now. Guys didn't even get to play. He didn't even get to play. Like, he actually didn't. I feel like Locus is like, all right, game 5.
He's like, all right,
I won.
You play with my heart too long there on that little, on that freaking Dreamland like mind game, whatever. That's, dude, I'm just gonna delete you off the course of the map. So there you have it.
Pick the control up.
Locus moving on, gonna get to play Sonics in that run back. And we got this cute little Wolfie